news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, Rivers residents react to new curfew time of 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Heavy security in Delta State as Southern governors meet today. President Buhari meets with security chiefs. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden rejects criticism over expanded unemployment benefits. I am Ifiemi Andrew. Some residents of Rivers State have urged security agents to be professional as the 7 p.m. curfew begins today. Some of the residents spoke on our sister station, Wazobia FM.
This is what our governor thought there. For me, I put my legs, my hands, put body. But then go fit take action because I'm going to put them on not to block all the whole station from
if he go southeast, he go not say trouble they there. So if in there here, so I think they do like this, at least move forward like this, whether I go help.
Let them do the right thing when I supposed to. Not be when I come say coffee there for road. Police go there, they correct their own, they do all those things. And you know walk now. They do already there inside the thing. So all those things now for them to they check where.
Fine and good to put the coffee but not to follow up the coffee might be the issues. Our police, especially my 1 year, they will leave what to do and do what they're supposed to do. Did they know that this means after even their own life?
While announcing the new curfew time yesterday, Governor Nyesom Wike said the move is to ensure the safety of lives and property in the state.
As a further step towards enhancing our collective safety, we will review the existing nighttime curfew across the 23 local government areas, which will now start from 7 p.m. and end at 6 a.m. until further notice from tomorrow, 11th of May 2021. The security agencies are hereby directed to note the new curfew time, ensure strict compliance, and effectively deal with any person or group that violates or attempts to violate this order.
Recall that 3 separate attacks by gunmen in Rivers State left 7 officers dead last Friday. Meanwhile, Governor Wike says families of the 11 officers killed by gunmen will receive 20 million naira each.
In the past 2-3 weeks, we have lost 11 police officers and men. This is a dark period for us in the state. For 11 families, each of the families, the state government will give them 20 million naira. There is no amount of money that can equate life. There is no amount of money. No money can buy life. Not to say you identify with them, but you feel for it because they are going to protect us, and in course of doing their job, they die. Not to also tell you that once you're carrying out your duty and anything happens, as far as you're in this state, if it's in course of your duty, government will identify with your family.
Governor Wike also restated that no amount of attacks can compel Rivers State to become part of any secession agenda, noting that the unity of the country is paramount.
No intimidation can make Rivers State to be part of any movement. We are talking about the unity of this country. We must be united as a country. We must be united to fight for this country to be one. We cannot allow anybody to talk of secession. If you want to succeed, Rivers State is not part of it. And nobody can carry Rivers State to be part of it. Not under my watch will I allow that.
There is heavy security in Asaba, the Delta State capital, as Southern governors meet today. Security operatives were seen at strategic points in the capital. The road leading to the government house, the venue of the summit, has been barricaded, while security at the entrance gate has also been beefed up. The attack on police formations and killings of policemen in the southeast and south-south and kidnappings is expected to be top of the agenda for the meeting. The Minister of Interior, Ralph Aregbesola, says criminal gangs are planning to free their members in prison. The minister, who did not state which prison has been targeted during a press conference, charged the Controller General of the Nigeria Correctional Service to ensure that criminals are not allowed to take advantage of the security situation in the country to cause more harm.
There are also sophisticated criminal organizations whose members are either serving terms or awaiting trials and are now using the security situation in the country as an opportunity to attack our custodial centers and obtain their freedom. Whatever may be the motive, custodial centers have been under consistent attacks in the brave challenge to the authority of the Nigerian state. When inmates break free from custody, the security of life and property is in jeopardy, and bad things happen as the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service. No one attacking our custodial facilities should have the opportunity to regret his or her action. Others should do so on their behalf.
A former Minister of Power and Steel, Dr. Olu Ogunloye, says the recent security challenges in the country is deeply rooted in failure of governance over the years. Dr. Ogunloye, who spoke in a television interview today, questioned the current approach deployed by government in tackling insecurity, saying it is not effective.
But the real question is, are we doing the correct thing? Are we applying a good solution too late? Government of Nigeria had gone too wrong for too long a time. And really now we have a crisis on our hands. And the crisis is not just that herdsmen, terrorists are coming. These are deeply rooted in the negligence, the neglect, the mismanagement, the corruption, and the absence of addressing a demand side.
On his part, a retired Major General Cecil Esegagbe said the Nigerian military is not prepared and equipped enough to effectively fight the current kind of security challenges facing the country.
To actually contain insurgency, it's not a question of showmanship. Do we have enough manpower? What of the appropriate platforms, equipment? What of the morale of the troops? You cannot use the training of a conventional warfare to tackle asymmetric warfare like this counterinsurgency and all that. It got to a point in the past when in the military saying that you need prayers. How can you say you need prayers to conduct the insurgency?
Following the burglary attempt on the Aso Rock residence of Chief of Staff to the President Ibrahim Gambari, a retired Assistant Inspector General of Police Austin Iwo says the entire security in Aso Rock failed and should be replaced. Mr. Iwo in an interview described the security breach as a very embarrassing one, considering that the Aso Rock should be one of the most protected places in the country. President Muhammadu Buhari is meeting with security chiefs at the State House in Abuja. The meeting is coming over 24 hours after armed robbers attempted to attack the residence of Chief of Staff to the President, Ibrahim Gambari. The presidency announced the meeting via its Twitter handle, but did not give details of its agenda. However, the meeting is expected to review the current security situation in the country. The last security meeting was held on April 30 and May 4. Still ahead, Islamic Movement of Nigeria denies allegation by FCT Police Command that it stabbed a police officer to death during protests. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The Islamic Movement of Nigeria, IMN, has denied allegation by the FCT Police Command that it stabbed to death an operative of the force. The FCT Police Public Relations Officer Yusuf Mariam had said one of the police officers, ASP Adama Ezekiel, deployed to restore calm during a violent protest of the IMN, died as a result of brutal attack by one of the protesters. A member of the Academic Forum of IMN, Abdullahi Musa, said the claim of the PPRO was far from the truth, as their protest was peaceful and that they had no contact with the police.
In the mosque, where we started the protest, there are numerous top government officials, including a serving governor, with their security details, and we neither harass nor attack anybody while protesting. We passed across Season 3 police station and police officers were there. We neither attack nor harass anybody. We finally finished the protest and dispersed without having problem with anyone.
Speaking on the insecurity situation in the country and possibility of stopping their protest for the time being, Musa said nothing will deter them from their demand for the immediate and unconditional release of their leader, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zakzaki, and his wife, Zinat.
The security situation of the country has been triggered by security agents. There are people being sponsored by top of government officials. So if the government is ready to stop the high level of killing innocent citizens in this country, they can do it within 24 hours. So it is the failure on the side of the government, and the failure of the government cannot make us to stop demanding for justice, cannot stop us to stop exercising our constitutional rights. No matter how the situation is, we'll continue protesting until our leader granted his freedom.
Away from that, a commercial driver in Port Harcourt is calling on the Rivers State Ministry of Transport to create bus stops along the Mile 3 at the George Choba routes to curb harassment by task force officials. The driver told our correspondent that the officials of Anti-Street Trading Task Force harass commercial drivers whenever they stop to pick or drop passengers on those routes.
From Wimpy down to Iwofe Waterside, you see no bus stop. So no matter how we park our vehicle, they will always come down to hold our vehicle, which our members has been complaining. So we say, please, they should help us, even if it is for them to mark the bus stops, or we'll be okay with it. At times they say, climb the pedestrians. I know the pedestrians at that judge, some of them are very high. So we are calling on government to assist us and give us bus stops so that we'll stop walking as if we are stealing. If you want to drop a passenger, you'll be looking left, right, as if you're stealing. At times, even passengers get injured. So we want all these things to stop, please.
The driver also complained that they are being issued expired tickets.
This is 2021 now. They are telling us to buy the old ticket of last year. We are not against the ticket we will buy, but they should as well give us the current one, because you know it's rechargeable. If you recharge it now, it cannot load, to not go. And we as drivers, we are thinking of way forward. They should stop taking us back.
He, however, appealed the registration of commercial vehicles be done at their bus parks in order to make the process easy.
With the state of insecurity in the country now, I think as a transporter, it is very, very necessary that your vehicle must be registered for proper identification so that they can identify you, that you're a commercialist and all the rest. We are happy with that, but we are pleading that they should bring it down to our doorsteps, as in bring it to park. Every unit, we put us together, discuss on how to sort it out, because we know how to hold our people. If you don't register, the unit heads can hand whosoever to government.
In business, the Nigeria Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, says it is going to be suicidal to remove petrol subsidy at this time in the country. On Monday, the Presidential Economic Advisory Council advised President Buhari to remove subsidy on petrol, but the NUPENG General Secretary Olawale Afolabi says implementing the advice would mean doom for Nigerians, considering the current poor economic situation of the country. In entertainment, Burna Boy's mother and manager Bose Ogulu says her son was not paid for by the Rivers State government for his state-sponsored homecoming concert. Ogulu disclosed this during an interview with Ebuka Obi-Uchendu. The singer's manager, who confirmed that other artists were paid, said her son received no monetary gift because the event was organized to honor him for his Grammy win. In sports, Italian Federation President Gabriele Gravina says Juventus could face expulsion from Serie A if they remain part of the European Super League. The Turin club, along with Barcelona and Real Madrid, are yet to withdraw from the proposed breakaway league.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
U.S. President Joe Biden has rejected criticism that expanded unemployment benefits are keeping Americans from taking new jobs. Mr. Biden said any unemployed American offered a suitable job must take it or risk losing unemployment benefits. Republicans have blamed bad economic data last week on the Democratic president's decision to extend expanded unemployment benefits. On the news this afternoon, you heard that some Rivers residents have reacted to the new curfew time of 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. There is heavy security in Asaba, Delta State capital, as Southern governors meet today. President Buhari is currently in a meeting with security chiefs. On the foreign scene, you heard that U.S. President Joe Biden has rejected criticism that expanded unemployment benefits are keeping Americans from taking new jobs. The news was edited by Choma Ezewafo. Contact our newsroom on 0818 900 0017. Partly sunny weather expected in Port Harcourt this afternoon. That's it for our bulletin for this afternoon. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for listening.